Recently, a leader asked me how to eliminate the conflict among his team members. Like many leaders, his starting assumption was that conflict undermines team harmony and performance. But what if I told you that conflict is not only necessary for high performance in a team, but it's actually desirable? The trick is to harness interpersonal conflict toward your outcomes. And in this short video, I'll give you 3 simple strategies to do just that. You see, when we fear or avoid conflict, it's usually because we have a story in our head that it's bad, scary, or inappropriate. But what if you were to believe that conflict is in fact an entirely normal and natural part of life as a leader? Even better, what if you believe that it's actually necessary and even desirable in pursuit of your aspirations? You'd likely seek it out and use it to your advantage at every opportunity. So tactic number 1 is to change your story. When emotions are running high, it's usually because people care deeply about the issue at hand, not because they're trying to be difficult. It's what we want as leaders, people who care deeply. If you can harness that energy rather than avoid or suppress it, you have an opportunity to create a real breakthrough. I've learned that moments of conflict and discomfort present an unrivaled opportunity to advance both your outcomes and relationships at the same time. We can and should embrace these moments with a sense of optimism and curiosity rather than fear and anxiety. If your story is that conflict is normal and necessary, then you're much more likely to do just that. Tactic number 2 is to embrace the discomfort. The type of conflict we experience in organizations is typically driven by fear, worry, and insecurity. Of course, executives usually won't say that they're scared, so they raise their voice, they talk over their colleagues, and maybe they even bang the table once in a while in an effort to mask their fears. Label what you see happening. Share your comfort with the situation, reinforce your belief in the team, and reframe the opportunity. For example, this is clearly an emotive topic that we all care deeply about, which is why there's conflict right now. I believe we can achieve a real breakthrough on this issue so long as we embrace the discomfort that we're feeling and remain respectful to one another as we navigate a way through. Tactic number 3 is to focus on what unites you. Conflict is often the consequence of focusing disproportionately on what divides us rather than what unites us. We start with points of disagreement, we get entrenched in our positions, and we become increasingly obstinate. Our objective progressively shifts from advancing the issue to winning the argument at all costs. Anyone in a long-term relationship knows exactly what I'm talking about. What if instead we reframe the dialogue around what unites us? It's my experience that we typically have far more in common than we appreciate or acknowledge, especially when we work in the same country, industry, organization, or team. Reframing the dialogue in this way achieves multiple outcomes simultaneously. It releases the tension in the room. It focuses everyone on the issue rather than on each other. It builds momentum toward a solution, and it narrows down the disagreement to the fewest number of genuine differences. Only now you're in a much better place to solve for those disagreements without fear or ego. Perhaps more importantly, you show your team what's possible when you're able to collectively harness conflict in pursuit of your shared goals. Do this a few times in a row and you'll begin to ingrain it into your culture, something that all high-performing teams and organizations understand. I hope this video will help you to embrace conflict in pursuit of your aspirations and to lead with greater confidence through this period of uncertainty.